So working the entire body. Whew, here we are. Hello everybody, this is Anthony Scire with Anthony Scire Fitness. Thank you so much for joining me this month. This week we're going to be doing some more movements with our exertube into the door jam there. So we're going to be working on some multi-muscle, full body movements that are also going to help get your heart rate up. And our fourth movement, I'm going to show you what you can do without using any expensive cardio equipment. Always remember to consult your physician before performing any new exercise routine or movements. So let's get right into our four movements for today. All right, our first movement, again, we have our door jam attachment here. Into the door jam here, about halfway or so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, you could always readjust it if the height isn't right. So now it's nice and secure. So our first movement is our alternate exertube punches. So we're going to step out from the wall. Now you could use either a parallel stance or a staggered stance. I like using the staggered stance because it's a lot more of an athletic stance, and you could really brace yourself as well. You can get more resistance on the tube. But if you're a beginner, that's okay if you go parallel stance. So let's go with our staggered stance. The tube is underneath the armpits like this. Elbows are tight to the body. And I'm going to do this slowly. At first you're going to rotate out. Like if you're throwing a punch, you want to snap, rotate out. So flattens out here like this. So now we're going to start adding a little more tempo. So I'm really working the abdominals as well. Arms, upper back or shoulders, chest. And being in this staggered stance here, I'm also working my legs. Now, I like to go for time with these movements. And as I said last month, you don't always have to count for repetitions. You can, nothing wrong with that. But it's also good sometimes just to go till you feel like you can't go anymore. Be in the moment. Or if you have a stopwatch, go for time. Go at your fitness level. So I'm just going to keep going for a little bit as I start to feel fatigued. So we're working the entire upper body here. The shoulders, the arms, the chest, back. And in the staggered stance here, I'm activating a lot of my muscles and my quads. So we're working the entire body. Ooh, that's good. As you see, getting the heart rate up a bit. Really starting to work that upper body. Now, our second movement, I'm going to lower it a little bit. Our second movement is an alternating reverse lunge with a row. So again, we're going to be using the entire body. So you want to step out where you have some tension on the bands. Feet are about shoulder width apart, parallel. You're going to go back into that reverse lunge. And as your feet are pointed straight ahead, and row right through that rib cage. So here we're working that entire body again. Now I'm going to just pick the tempo up. Again, you can keep it slow and controlled. But as you get more proficient, you can pick up the tempo. Remember that knee, the back knee does not touch the floor. Keep the feet pointed straight ahead. Don't forget to breathe. There's our reverse alternate lunge with our row. Our third move, we're going to adjust the tube. We're going to put it at the very top of the door jam. Always make sure it's secure. So our third move is the swimmer. So we're going to really be working our quads, our glutes, our hamstring. Remember that squat. We want to have even weight distribution along the bottom of our feet, front to back, side to side, throughout the entire movement. Our butt back, chest out, and make sure those knees are always tracking straight ahead. Okay, so you're going to keep those arms straight, and as we begin the movement, I'm going to start slow. You're going to pull through to either side of the hips, towards your glutes, your derriere. And really pull with your back. Keep the arms straight. Butt back, chest out. Pull through. Keep your chin in as you come down. Don't have your chin sticking out. Keep it down towards your chest. So you keep that nice spinal alignment. Woo! That really gets the entire body. Gets the heart rate up as well. As you can see, starting to break a little sweat. Got the heart rate up. Now, for our fourth bonus move, I'm going to show you how you don't need expensive cardio equipment, treadmills, Stairmasters, ellipticals. So, I'm going to put this back in the door frame, about belly button height or so. Again, you can adjust it at your comfort level. All you need, extra-tube and a weight belt that you can get at any good sporting goods store out there. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to slide the belt through both handles of the extra-tube. Just like that. Come right back around, and you just secure the weight belt on. Now, it doesn't be too snug. Just secure it. And away you go. You're ready to go. All right. So we're going to work on some shorter burst interval training, and I'm going to give you just some ideas that you can do. But remember, be creative. Have fun with this. So you're going to go for 10, 20, 30 seconds, as hard as you can go. Okay? Then you're going to recover at a nice easy pace for about a minute. If you need more rest, you give it more rest. 2-3 minutes if you need. Then, again, high intensity, 10, 20, 30 seconds. Hard as you can go. Back down to recovery. You repeat that 6 to 8 times, then do your cool down, and you're done. All right, so let's get into our first movement. If you're a beginner, something easy like marching. You have the resistance of the band here against the wall. Now, if you're someone who's a little more athletically, you can get as dynamic as you want to get. Full-on sprint. Alright, so there, just simple marching or sprinting or nice easy jog. But you have the resistance of the band. Now, if you're someone into some athletic performance, here's a little shuffling movement where you're going to run out and back. Very simple now. You can go slower if you're someone, again. You could almost walk through it if you're a beginner. You're still going to get your heart rate up. Rest. Do that again. 6 to 8 times. Performance there for you, doing some lateral movement, side to side. And let's talk about side to side. Some strides. So going at a very beginner pace here, but again, you still, as you see, got that heart rate up. I got the resistance of the band. The farther I come out, the more resistance. Now, if you want to get more dynamic, as more of a skater, single leg, you can get dynamic. Woo! Side, side. So there's a little more dynamic. Again, these are shorter bursts, 20, 30 seconds, tops. Then you go back into recovery. Rest, do that again 5 or 6 times. There's your cardio. Here's one more. You can go backwards. Running backwards. Again, a little more athletic performance, but it's great because you can be creative. These are just some simple ideas that you could use with the band. And forward, back pedal. Acceleration and deceleration, which is vastly important in athletic performance. So for a fraction of the cost, you got your cardio in, but we're not calling it cardio. More interval work, short bursts. That's just some simple things that you could do with the belt and the extra tube to help your fitness level. This is Anthony Scire with Anthony Scire Fitness, working hard for you here. Remember, be safe, have fun, and be creative with your exercise today. I'll see everybody next month. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.